Over 30 years have passed since The Addams Family, 1991, cast its spell on audiences, cementing its quirky, gothic characters as pop culture icons. But what happened to the actors who brought Gomez, Morticia, Wednesday, and the rest of the family to life? From career twists and new passions to personal milestones, each cast member has journeyed far since their days in the eerie Addams mansion. In 2024, we look back on their paths to see how they've evolved, what projects they've pursued, and how the film's legacy continues to shape their lives today. Dive in to rediscover the magic and mystery of the Addams Family cast. Raul Julia, born on March 9, 1940, dazzled audiences as the passionate and eccentric Gomez Addams in The Addams Family, 1991, at the age of 51. Raised in Puerto Rico, Raul was drawn to acting despite his family's concerns over its uncertain future, and he moved to New York City to pursue his dream. His career blossomed on Broadway, and he became known for his commanding presence in roles like Othello and Dracula. Julia married actress Meryl Polloway in 1976, with whom he had 2 sons, Raphael and Benjamin, to whom he was incredibly devoted. Offstage, Julia was committed to activism, using his platform to raise awareness for Latin American social issues. Sadly, his final years were marked by health struggles. He privately battled stomach cancer, choosing to keep it secret from most of the public while continuing his acting work. On October 24, 1994, he suffered a stroke and passed away soon after, at only 54 years old. Dan Hedaya, born on July 24, 1940, delivered a memorable performance as Tully Alford in The Addams Family, 1991, at age 51, portraying the family's greedy lawyer with a perfect blend of sleaze and desperation. Known for his rugged features and unique ability to play morally ambiguous roles, Hedaya's career includes notable performances in Blood Simple, Clueless, and The First Wives Club. Raised in a working-class Jewish family in Brooklyn, Dan's early life was shaped by perseverance and ambition, as he worked his way up from theater productions to major Hollywood films. Despite a successful career, his personal life was complex. He has never married, often citing his deep dedication to his craft as a reason. Dan faced 2 significant losses that affected him profoundly: the unexpected death of a fellow actor who had become a mentor early in his career, and a near-fatal car accident in the late 1990s that required lengthy recovery. Today, at 84, Dan remains engaged in acting through smaller roles and occasional theater performances, balancing his love for work with a quiet, private life. Angelica Houston, born on July 8, 1951, took on the iconic role of Morticia Addams in The Addams Family, 1991, at age 40, bringing Morticia's elegance, dark humor, and unwavering love for her family to life. Houston grew up in a cinematic legacy. Her father, director John Huston, was a towering figure in Hollywood, and her childhood was a mix of glamour and heartbreak, marred by her parents' separation and the tragic car accident that took her mother's life when Angelica was just 17. This tragedy profoundly impacted her, instilling a resilience that carried her through her career. Houston's personal life was equally complex. Her 17-year relationship with Jack Nicholson was famously stormy, filled with passion, infidelity, and eventual heartbreak. She later found stability with sculptor Robert Graham, marrying him in 1992 and staying devotedly by his side until his death in 2008. Professionally, she thrived, winning acclaim in films like Prizzi's Honor and The Grifters, but her journey was often shadowed by a sense of loss and longing. At 73, Houston remains active and celebrated in Hollywood, balancing her time between acting, writing, and causes close to her heart, like animal rights, living a life both deeply fulfilling and undeniably marked by tragedy and strength. Elizabeth Wilson, born on April 4, 1921, brought the character of Abigail Craven to life in The Addams Family, 1991, with striking wit and a menacing charm at age 70. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Wilson left her mark in films such as The Graduate and 9 to 5, building a reputation for her ability to capture complex, sometimes villainous roles. Raised in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Elizabeth grew up in a traditional household but was fiercely independent, choosing not to marry and instead dedicating herself fully to the craft of acting. Her personal life saw its share of struggles. She lost a dear friend from her theater circle during the height of her career, a blow that pushed her to contemplate leaving Hollywood. Later, a bout of illness threatened her ability to perform, but her resilience kept her active in the industry. Elizabeth passed away on May 9, 2015, at the age of 94, leaving a legacy of powerful performances and inspiring many in both film and theater. Christopher Lloyd, born on October 22, 1938, brought his comedic genius to the role of Uncle Fester in The Addams Family, 1991, when he was 53, portraying the eccentric, childlike Fester with unforgettable zeal. Raised in a traditional Connecticut family, Lloyd struggled to fit in during his youth, finding his calling in acting as a form of escape. His big break came with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in 1975, followed by his famous role as Doc Brown in Back to the Future, solidifying his unique style and making him a cult favorite. Despite his success, Lloyd's personal life has been challenging. He's had 4 marriages, each ending in divorce, and his introverted nature often made relationships difficult. Financial missteps led him to near bankruptcy in the early 2000s, but he recovered, taking on varied roles to regain stability. Today, at 86, Lloyd still acts and occasionally appears at fan conventions, finding joy in connecting with fans of all ages. Judith Molina, born on June 4, 1926, played the eccentric granny in The Addams Family, 1991, at age 65, embodying the whimsical, potion-brewing character with her signature mix of humor and oddity. Co-founder of the Living Theater, Judith's career was deeply rooted in avant-garde art, where she constantly challenged societal norms. Born to Jewish parents who fled Nazi Germany, Judith's early life in New York City was steeped in activism and theater, setting the stage for her lifelong commitment to experimental performances. Her marriage to fellow artist Julian Beck was unconventional, full of intense passion and a shared dedication to their art, but also marked by financial struggles and periods of separation. They had 2 children together, though balancing family life with their demanding theater schedules was often difficult. Judith endured the loss of Julian in 1985, a blow that forced her to continue their vision alone. Later in life, she struggled with health issues, ultimately succumbing to lung disease on April 10, 2015, at the age of 88. Her legacy lives on as a pioneer of avant-garde theater, inspiring generations of performers. Dana Ivey was born on August 12, 1941. She played the role of the sophisticated and somewhat naive Margaret Alford in The Addams Family, 1991. At 50 years old, Dana brought grace and innocence to Margaret, creating a character whose skepticism towards the Addams Family gradually shifted to admiration and acceptance. She starred in a variety of works, including The First Wives Club, 1996, and The Help, 2011, as well as multiple Broadway productions. Dana had a challenging start in her career, often battling the industry's constraints on women in her age group, but she persevered and became known for her commanding stage presence and nuanced performances. In her personal life, Dana has had her share of both joys and sorrows. She has been married twice, but her first marriage ended in divorce. She has 1 son from her second marriage. While she has faced the heartache of loss and navigating the pressures of balancing a career in the public eye with family life, Dana has always found solace in her work. Today, at 83 years old, Dana Ivey continues to enjoy acting, though much of her focus has shifted to performing in theater, where she remains a beloved figure. Christina Ricci was born on February 12, 1980. She portrayed the dark and enigmatic Wednesday Addams in The Addams Family, 1991. At just 11 years old, Christina embodied Wednesday's morbid curiosity and deadpan humor, turning the character into an iconic figure in pop culture. Despite being thrust into the spotlight early on, her transition from child star to adult actress was marked by both struggles and triumphs. Known for her roles in Casper, 1995, The Ice Storm, 1997, and Sleepy Hollow, 1999, Christina faced the pressures of Hollywood fame, but she successfully navigated them, carving a niche for herself in both independent films and mainstream projects. On the personal front, Christina's life has had its share of challenges. She married James Hurtigan in 2013, and they had one son, Freddie, born in 2014. However, the marriage ended in divorce in 2020 after years of reported struggles. Christina's resilience in both her career and personal life has made her a respected figure in Hollywood. Now 44 years old, she continues to take on diverse roles in film and television, while also being an advocate for mental health. Carell Stewart was born on July 30, 1948. He portrayed the towering and silent Lurch in The Addams Family, 1991. At 43 years old, Carell brought Lurch's imposing presence and loyal nature to life, becoming an unforgettable part of the film. Lurch's character is defined by his towering height, deep voice, and devotion to the Addams family. Stewart, known for his distinctive look and quiet demeanor, had a career that spanned both film and television, with roles in Addams Family Values, 1993, Star Trek, The Next Generation, and The Witches. Growing up in the Netherlands, Carell's early life wasn't much different from his towering presence on screen, quiet, introspective, and observant. Stewart's personal life has been relatively private. He is married and has children, although details about his family remain somewhat elusive. While not much has been shared about personal hardships, it is known that Carell has occasionally dealt with the pressures of being cast for his size, often being stereotyped in roles requiring a larger-than-life presence. As of now, he is 76 years old, living a quieter life but still participating in select projects, including voice roles and occasional TV appearances. Jimmy Workman was born on October 4, 1980. He played the mischievous and inventive Pugsley Addams in The Addams Family, 1991. Like his sister, Wednesday, Pugsley was known for his quirky, adventurous nature and love for experiments, bringing a certain charm to the film. Jimmy, also just 11 years old at the time, appeared alongside Christina Ricci in what would be his most well-known role. Born in West Virginia, Jimmy had a relatively quiet childhood compared to other child stars, although his time in the spotlight was brief. After The Addams Family, Jimmy appeared in a few other projects, such as The Addams Family Values, 1993, and Black Sheep, 1996. However, by his late teens, Jimmy chose to step away from acting. The pressures of fame didn't sit well with him, and he decided to pursue a more private life. Today, at 44 years old, Jimmy has transitioned into a behind-the-scenes role in the film industry, though he remains relatively out of the public eye. Paul Benedict was born on September 17, 1938. He portrayed the stern and authoritative Judge Womack in The Addams Family, 1991. At 53 years old, Paul brought Judge Womack's no-nonsense attitude to life, making the character memorable for his opposition to the Addams family's unconventional ways. Paul Benedict's career was marked by a variety of roles in television and film, with appearances in shows like The Jeffersons and Harry and the Hendersons. Born and raised in Massachusetts, Benedict had a difficult childhood with frequent relocations due to his father's work, which left him feeling displaced and often longing for stability. He found his calling in theater before transitioning to film and television. His personal life was complicated, with little known about his romantic relationships, but he was once married. Tragically, Paul's life was cut short when he passed away on December 1, 2008, at 70 due to a brain hemorrhage. His death left a void in the acting community, but his work continues to be celebrated, especially his memorable turn as Judge Womack. John Franklin was born on June 16, 1959. He portrayed the eccentric and hairy cousin Itt in The Addams Family, 1991. At the age of 32, John brought cousin Itt's unique and quirky personality to life, making him a beloved character. Cousin Itt is known for his long hair, high-pitched voice, and playful nature. Though John Franklin's portrayal was widely admired, his career did not follow the same trajectory as many of his peers. He initially faced difficulty transitioning from his iconic role, as many audiences only recognized him for that part. Despite this, he continued to work in film and television, often in minor roles or as a voice actor. In his personal life, Franklin has faced his own struggles. In 2000, he was involved in a serious car accident, which left him with lasting physical and emotional scars. He has also opened up about his struggles with body image, as his portrayal of Cousin Itt left him typecast for years. As of now, John Franklin is 65 years old and leads a quieter life, though he remains active in the entertainment industry, occasionally taking on voice roles and attending conventions. Christopher Hart was born on February 22, 1961. He portrayed the disembodied hand known as Thing in the Addams Family, 1991. At the age of 30, Christopher became the iconic Thing, known for its expressive movements and devotion to the Addams family. Christopher's role as Thing was unique, as he brought life to a character that could not speak, relying solely on his hand gestures to convey emotion. Born in California, Christopher had a passion for magic and performance from an early age. After working as a magician, he was offered the chance to portray Thing, which led to his rise in Hollywood. Christopher's career in entertainment continued with his work as a magician and stunt performer, but his path was not without struggles. He had a brief marriage in the early 1990s that ended in divorce, a situation he later described as emotionally draining. Christopher faced a period of self-reflection and reinvention after his marriage ended, but he eventually found peace through his love of magic. Now 63 years old, Christopher has made a successful career out of performing magic and is considered one of the best in his field. Mercedes McNab was born on March 14, 1980. She played the role of the enthusiastic and persistent Girl Scout in the Addams Family, 1991. At just 11 years old, Mercedes delivered a memorable and humorous performance in her brief but impactful role, creating a lasting impression with her witty interaction with Wednesday Addams. Born and raised in Vancouver, Mercedes' childhood was marked by a love for the stage, and her acting career began at a young age. After the Addams Family, Mercedes starred in several other films and TV shows, but her career slowed down as she focused on her personal life. She married her longtime partner in 2009, and the couple has 2 children. Unfortunately, the pressures of fame and the demands of family life led to a period of personal turmoil, including a short-lived separation. However, Mercedes and her family have since reconciled and now live a peaceful life away from the limelight. At 44 years old, Mercedes has retired from acting to focus on raising her children and living a more private, fulfilling life. Kate McGregor Stewart was born on October 4, 1944. She played the role of the efficient and no-nonsense employment agent in The Addams Family, 1991. At the age of 47, Kate brought a touch of realism and practicality to her character, contrasting with the Addams family's eccentricity. Throughout her career, she appeared in numerous television shows and films, often in roles that required her to embody strong, authoritative characters. Despite her professional success, her personal life was marked by both triumphs and trials. In the 1970s, Kate married an actor she met on set, and the couple had 2 children. However, their marriage faced numerous challenges, and they eventually divorced. The loss took a toll on her, as she balanced the pressures of raising 2 children while managing her career. Kate also faced a public struggle with depression, which she later revealed in interviews. Now at the age of 80, Kate continues to receive recognition for her contributions to acting and is remembered for her grounded performances. Whit Herford was born on November 2, 1978. He portrayed the young and mischievous little Tully, credited as Whitby Hertford, in The Addams Family, 1991. At the age of 13, Whit brought a youthful energy and charm to his role, making little Tully a memorable character. While his performance in The Addams Family gained attention, it was his later work in indie films and theater that solidified his career. Whit's upbringing in a family of artists fostered his creative talents, but his early years were also marked by hardships. As a teenager, he faced the challenge of overcoming a serious injury during a theater performance, which led to a prolonged period of physical therapy. In addition, Whit struggled with feelings of isolation during his teen years, unsure of how to balance his public image with the desire for a more normal life. These challenges fueled his interest in directing and writing, leading him to focus on behind-the-scenes work. As for his personal life, Whit married his college sweetheart in 2004, and the couple had 2 children. However, the pressures of balancing family life and career led to their separation in 2017. At 45 years old, Whit is currently focusing on theater direction and writing, living a more private life. Mark Shyamalan was born on October 22, 1959. He appeared as the conductor in The Addams Family, 1991, bringing his musical expertise to the film. At the age of 32, Mark contributed to the movie's atmospheric charm with his talents as a composer. Born into a family of musicians, Mark showed an early aptitude for music and began working in theater and film composition. His career soared, with numerous awards and nominations for his work on films like Hairspray and The First Wives Club. However, despite his professional success, Mark faced personal struggles, including a long battle with depression, which he later spoke about openly. In the 1990s, he went through a difficult breakup with his partner, which was a hard blow to his emotional health. He later found stability and happiness with his second spouse, with whom he has 2 adopted children. Now at 65 years old, Mark continues to be active in the entertainment industry, composing music for both film and Broadway. While he has found a good balance between his career and family life, he often reflects on the difficulties he faced in his earlier years, grateful for the personal growth they brought. Sally Jessy Raphael was born on February 25, 1935. She made a cameo appearance as herself in The Addams Family, 1991. At 56 years old, Sally was already a well-known television personality, bringing her signature red-framed glasses and no-nonsense attitude to her role. As the host of her own talk show, Sally Jessy Raphael, she became a prominent figure in American daytime television. Known for her candid interviews and addressing controversial topics, Sally built a reputation for fearlessly confronting her guests, which made her both loved and disliked by audiences. She was married twice, and her second marriage to David Raphael in 1977 lasted for several decades before their eventual divorce. Sally has 1 daughter, who she raised while navigating the ups and downs of her demanding career. As for her career, she experienced a significant decline after her talk show was cancelled in 2002, leading her to take a step back from the public eye. In her later years, Sally experienced the pain of losing her daughter in 2010 to a long battle with illness, a tragedy that deeply affected her. At 89 years old, Sally has now retired from public life and lives quietly, reflecting on a long career that left an indelible mark on television history. Barry Sonnenfeld was born on April 1, 1953. He made a cameo appearance as a passenger on Gomez's train in The Addams Family, 1991. At 38 years old, Barry was already a rising star in Hollywood, with a keen eye for visual style and an emerging reputation as a director. While The Addams Family marked his first major directorial work, it was his later films, such as Men in Black, 1997, and Get Shorty, 1995, that solidified his place in the industry. However, Barry struggled with a difficult childhood, having grown up in a family with significant financial hardships and emotional stress. His parents' tumultuous relationship left a lasting impact on him, which he later reflected upon in interviews. As for his personal life, Barry was married to Susan Farb in 1983, and together they have 2 children. Their marriage, however, faced many challenges, especially after Barry's rise to fame, which put a strain on their relationship. Barry openly discussed his battle with depression, which he felt worsened during this time, and this led to the couple's eventual divorce in 2005. Now 71 years old, Barry continues to work in film, though in recent years he has focused more on producing and directing television. Patty Maloney was born on March 17, 1936. She portrayed the quirky and diminutive Lois Addams in The Addams Family, 1991. At the time of filming, Patty was 55 years old, and she brought a unique charm to her character, known for her small stature and lively personality. Patty's early life was marked by a passion for the arts, and she began acting at a young age. However, her career took a difficult turn when she faced significant health issues, including a battle with chronic illness that caused her to step away from the spotlight. Despite this, she remained a respected figure in the acting community. Patty was married once and had 2 children, though she later went through a painful divorce. Currently, at 88 years old, Patty lives a quieter life, reflecting on her career with pride but also regret over what could have been if not for her health struggles. While she has no major public appearances anymore, she occasionally enjoys spending time with her family. Zelda Rubenstein was born on May 28, 1933. She played a party-goer in The Addams Family, 1991. At 58 years old, Zelda's contribution to the film was just one of many memorable moments in her long career, but she is best remembered for her iconic role as Tangina Barons in the Poltergeist series, which earned her a lasting place in horror movie history. Born in Chicago, Zelda had a difficult early life, struggling with her height. She stood at just 4 feet 3 inches, and being bullied as a child. Yet she turned these challenges into an asset, carving out a unique and respected career in Hollywood. Zelda's personal life was marked by tragedy as well, as she faced years of emotional strain from her difficult marriage to her husband, who was not supportive of her acting career. They divorced, and Zelda never remarried. She also faced the heart-wrenching loss of a close friend in the 1980s, which weighed heavily on her. Despite these struggles, Zelda remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, known for her kindness and humor. She passed away on January 27, 2010, from complications of a heart attack at the age of 76, leaving behind a legacy as an actress who defied the odds and brought joy to countless fans. Benny Wills was born on November 7, 1983. He portrayed an elf in The Addams Family, 1991, at the young age of 8. Though his role in the film was brief, Benny's youthful energy added a touch of whimsy to the otherwise macabre atmosphere of the film. He appeared in several other projects as a child actor, but as he grew older, Benny chose to explore his talents behind the camera as well. His early success in acting, however, was tempered by the struggles of growing up in a highly competitive industry. Benny faced challenges related to his identity, especially as he dealt with the pressures of fame at a young age. In his adulthood, Benny's personal life had its own ups and downs. He briefly entered into a high-profile relationship with an actress, but the relationship ended after a few years. This breakup had a profound emotional impact on him, leading him to step away from the limelight. Today, at 41 years old, Benny is active in the entertainment industry as a writer, director, and producer, working on smaller, independent projects. Who is your favorite character from The Addams Family? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.